Okay, so in this video, we're gonna make the guidance arrow bend a little bit. So I'm gonna draw the idea, and then we're gonna implement it in code. So we have 1 second. I don't have orange, but we're gonna have like this red blob and this blue blob, and then we're gonna have the line in between those two, like so. And because like the endpoints are fixed, like we're not going to be concerned about those. But how can we make the line bend? We do have control points to play with. And we have like uh, one control point going out from this end and one control point on the other end. And because these are endpoints, we only have like a leaving handle at the first node and an incoming handle at the second node. If we had like a curve with a knot in the middle, then we would have two handles, of course. Okay. Um, and you can play around with the handles as you want to. Like there's no right and wrong, but the idea for our uh, guidance arrow example would be that we're going to place the handles a little bit in front of the blue guy, and in front of the blue guy means in view direction. So if the guy is looking in this direction, we're going to place both control points here. So this is what the handles would look like. And the curve, in turn, would bend like this, right? And then if the orange guy moves, then the arrow will always curve towards it. And yeah, the idea of like putting it in view direction is not like it's not totally arbitrary. So the idea is like if you were to like chase the guy, then you would need to kind of like curve your trajectory over time. So you would still continue like a little bit like in your current facing, and then you would kind of turn towards the guy. Maybe. I hope it'll look okay. All right, let's implement what we just discussed. So, this is what we have, and we want to bend bend the line a little bit. Um, okay, what do we need? So we're going to need the direction of the blue guy, and for this we're going to use a value inspector. The value inspector is going to get us a direction vector from blue. In addition to this, we also need a value inspector of the position. Object position vector from blue. I'm going to label those before I get confused. That's the position. That's the direction. Ultimately, we want to mush these two things together for a position. And once we have the position, we want to feed it into both control points that we have. In order to move control points, we're going to get a spline mover. For the first node's outgoing handle and for the second node incoming handle. So I'm going to use two. They're going to get the same position, but they're going to move different handles. This guy is going to move the outgoing handle of the first node, and this guy is going to move the incoming handle of the second node. Both of them, however, set a global position. Set position global, and of course we're going to set the target to be our guidance arrow. So whoop. and this one as well. Yes, so now we need to mush position and direction together to get another position. Um, so like from the position, we're going to travel let's say 5 units in facing direction. Um, we can express this with a formula node. So we're going to get a formula node. We're going to add two vector inputs, one for position, one for direction. And what we're going to do, we're going to say like, yeah, we're going to go from the position 5 units in direction of facing. And that's it. The inputs are the position. This one not going to execute. This one we're going to execute. And then the output, the vector output, we're gonna feed the same output into both movers. So once here, we're gonna execute, and once here, we're gonna execute. So again, we're gonna mush the position and the direction together, and we're gonna drive both handles with this. And once we have this, we can go to play, and you can see the arrow is now curved towards the target. And this is basically how you would build like a guidance arrow. There's of course like a lot of like handling still to do. Maybe you wanna like if the blue guy was like a player character, maybe you wanna curve the arrow stronger or less strong depending how fast you're going. And also when you're going like an opposite direction, you want to have a special case handling for this. But essentially like that's how you can manipulate the spline at runtime. In addition to this, you can also uh, add and remove points with the spline adder and the spline remover, but that's self-explanatory. Like you can, like the spline adder, for example, you can give it like a position. It will add a point at the end. Yeah, that's about it.